Hey guys, welcome to this episode of Five for Talk, and it's Bargo and Campo. Talk a little trade deadlines, actions that's already been going down, some big moves here and there.
Before we get into it, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Water. It's still in you. Since before.
Whiles ago.
It was a while ago. It's still there. We retain a lot.
Yeah.
Like 90, 79.
Stay hydrated.
200.
People say it.
Okay. So your friend Steve Nash plays basketball. Got traded today.
Man made it to the show.
Made it to the show.
Playing with the big bad beast.
Playing with the beanies.
Boston, they didn't lose anything really for making that deal.
It was okay. I don't know.
It was,
Okay, does the trade benefit Boston? Yes.
Yeah.
And does it help New York? Yes. Because now New York has like 8 picks in the top 4 rounds. They have 2 first, 2 second, 2 third, 2 fourth, which is more than they've ever had since they've been a playoff team.
I think Ryan Spooner's a good player. He's a good center.
Okay, let's start this over again. They got a first round pick, and Rick Nash went to Boston.
Okay.
That's all that happened. Ryan Spooner's not going to stay. Those guys are all trash buckets, and they're all gone. I'm sorry, but they are.
We'll see about that.
You're not going to stay. You're not going to keep a guy who's like farm team material. The problem with Boston was they're doing really good. Don't get me wrong.
They're deep in center. That's why he didn't really play.
I don't even think he's a center.
Yeah, he is.
Either way, the reason he got playing time in Boston is because their second and third, fourth, or the third and fourth lines were not very good. They're all their winning is coming from the first 2 lines.
He didn't really get a lot of PT. Boston is deep with center.
He played
talent.
39 games.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
I'm not saying he doesn't play, but
if you made this trade, if you're New York Rangers and Boston, and you made this trade, if you're New York, is that what you wanted to get out of this trade? Was he just some guy that they threw in just to burn salary?
I think Boston put him in to maybe sweeten up the deal a little bit, and then the first round was obviously what New York wanted.
Yeah, and they got 2 good prospects.
Yeah, they're good players.
And then also the Leafs got Plekanec. Wait, hold on, stay there. I don't think Rick Nash is doing nothing for anyone.
I don't think he's gonna come into Boston and light it up, but he's gonna get points. He's gonna get playing time. He's gonna play well. Boston, I think they did that trade to help them offensively on a second line.
But he's more defensive now than offensive. If you put him on the Leafs,
playoff run too.
If that was the Leafs making that trade, or Tampa Bay, where Rick Nash is a third line player for you and plays on the penalty kill and stuff like that, that's a good trade. He's playing second line, probably going to be on the first line in Boston. That's not helping you. All you did was add more.
He'll be on the second line.
You added more slow speed to your team. They're already a pretty slow team, and you just put more slowness there.
Yeah, but he has a talent that's been absent for a while as well. So if you can find a way to bring that back.
Well, he's not awful, but I'm just saying on a team that was already super deep, he would have been an amazing fit.
Yeah.
On Nashville.
On
a team like this, you're not really getting that much. It's not going to. They lost 4-1 today with him in the lineup.
Yeah, it was a back-to-back.
Whatever. Who's his name? Well, might as well just clear everyone. Latetsu got traded today. I believe he went to Nashville for Aberg. I don't know, but
I would have rather kept Aberg, even though you haven't seen.
Apparently,
much of Aberg,
they were really willing to get rid of him. He was number 1 on their list to get rid of.
Probably just because he still has a decent amount of value, not a decent amount, but enough value.
And he's having a pretty rough season. I think he only has 6 points or something.
I don't know. I'm wondering games played, but yeah.
It was a decent amount. I don't remember. I was looking at it, and
because he played pretty well for them in the playoffs last year.
Yeah,
he scored a really nice goal.
What was a big trade that happened the other day? Pittsburgh got Brassard.
Oh my god!
And Ottawa pulled in a pretty good package on that deal.
Yeah.
But it's every year, and my exact comment on the Instagram for Five for Talking was, I don't understand how the fuck they keep pulling this off year after year where they add huge pieces when they already have no salary cap. I know Ottawa retained some of the salary, but
they probably used all their salary just to take it.
It's insane. You're going to have Derek Brassard as a third line, maybe a fourth line center. Like, how insane is that?
Yeah.
And Jake Gensel needs a good move back to the wing. He's been struggling at center on that third line.
Yeah, I agree. He needs to play off with the boys. They need to move him up on a wing. Move him up a line.
I don't know. That gives you a lot of flexibility, and Brassard can kill penalties.
I'll put Gensel with Crosby and then keep the Malkin Kessel line.
I don't think they want to. I don't even think they want to mess with what's working right now because they've been winning.
Yeah, they have. They've been playing well.
There was one more trade. I don't know. I'm not going to go back and think about it because I don't really care. But the Leafs pulled off a few trades.
Yeah, decent moves. Like nothing big, nothing incredible.
There was one trade that happened recently.
With the Leafs?
No, bring up the Leafs. Let's go.
Which one?
Well, the Plekanec.
Yeah, so I don't okay, you got a good center. You got fourth line center, let's say. Now you have your fourth line center, go-to guy. What do you do with those other guys? Dominic Moore. Who else do we have? Gauthier, like those guys you throw
Plekanec can play on the wing, but I wouldn't put him there.
No, I'd rather keep the guys I have on the wing. Kapanen's playing. I love the way Kapanen's playing.
I think this move is because there's a good chance that Bozak or Moore is gone for a defenseman. And there's a good chance that it could be Ryan McDonough.
That'll be decent. I wouldn't be like, oh my god, we got Ryan McDonough.
That's a pretty huge trade. He's better than anyone we have.
Yeah, like it's good, but I wouldn't be like, holy shit. Like if we pulled in like Carlson, I'd be like,
well, they're not going to get Carlson. They don't have enough.
Las Vegas is pushing for him. That's what I heard.
Yeah, Vegas is number 1 right now. We'll get into that though.
Yeah.
So I thought that was messed up.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that trade was actually a 3-way trade. I didn't know that. The Oilers got Aberg, a 4th round pick went to the Predators, and Letetsu went to the Blue Jackets.
Oh, so Letetsu didn't go to.
Yeah, I didn't even say that. Oh, we got Kyle Bond. I thought we traded Kyle Bond.
No, we got Kyle Bond.
Oh, so that's not bad. He's a decent.
A second rounder.
Kirby Reichel. And I've been saying that from the beginning. Kirby Reichel is going to go.
Yeah, and who was the other guy?
Valiev.
Ovaliv, the defenseman.
Like, look, they give up a lot to get Rick Nash there.
2 picks.
This is one of my things. Let me find it if I could find it. Michael Grabner got traded for a 2nd-round pick and a rookie or a younger defenseman, okay? We traded Soshnikov for a 4th-round pick.
That's what I was saying before.
Explain to me how any of this makes absolutely sense at all.
Okay, that's what I was telling you before.
If you go through this, there's a lot of players that got traded for like 3rd, 4th. Look at this. Peter Mrazek got traded for, I know it's conditional, but it's conditional 4th and 3rd round pick. He has not done crap.
Yeah, traded for a 3rd.
What was?
That's what I said to you.
The Leafs have
the reason they did that trade though was because they were in a position where they sent one guy down, or
I don't know. To me,
they have to put him in the roster. Like,
if you look at history of trades, the Leafs' worst team that they've ever made trades with is St. Louis. Like, they literally traded Alex Steen away for Lee Stepniak, and Alex Steen turned out to be their best player for like 5 years.
Yeah, he played well when he went to the thing, but he's cooled off a lot.
I don't know. The Leafs need to cool it with trading with them. They make some crazy trades. What else is there after Soshnikov? Nick Holden was a big trade.
Peter Mrazek.
Wow, they traded twice, eh? Bruins and Rangers. Yeah, Peter Mrazek, whatever. Philadelphia is already in a dangerous place right now with no goalie. So you had to do it, but I don't think he helps you.
I didn't even know Leafs traded Eric Fair for a 7th-round pick. The guy leads the Marlies in points. Are you kidding me? That's a 5th-round pick for sure.
Well, that's just like a
salary dump.
Yeah, legit. And it was a roster spot dump. Apparently, that's what the Soshnikov move was too, because they had 50 roster spots full.
That's what I was saying to you. They had to either send him down, and he'd have to clear waivers
because he was on injured reserve. That's the only reason he was still on the team. They couldn't put him back on the roster,
and they couldn't send him down because he would hit waivers.
But you could have got more. You should have at least tried to get a 3rd pick. I'm sure St. Louis would have gave you a 3rd pick for him.
Penguins also got Tobias Lindbergh as well in that deal.
Yeah,
that's not a bad player to pick up.
Well, the Senators got a defenseman, a goalie, a 1st-round pick, and a 3rd-round pick, which is huge. Golden Knights got some toughness.
Yeah, but it's Pittsburgh's 1st-round pick. It's going to be a deep pick.
Whatever.
It's not bad. The Rick Nash one again, yeah.
Like, I don't know. There's been a lot of big players moving so far, but good, I can't say. Like, Plekanec, I was kind of happy when I saw it brings some experience to the team, whatever, but at the same time, there's no spot for him on the team.
Aberg went to Oilers.
Yeah, that's what I said. It was a three-way.
Yeah.
Oh, that trade just happened. Whatever, it's not good anyways, but...
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like the idea with Plekanec, but I mean, if they're going to move one of those guys...
It doesn't work.
It makes sense.
It doesn't work. Unless you're going to find a way to put Bozak on the wing. Or maybe Bozak becomes your fourth-line center.
Plekanec would become your fourth-line center.
So I'm better with that.
Because then you don't mess with that chemistry that they have.
Play Plekanec, and who else on the last line right now? Plekanec, Kapanen,
and...
Whatever, with picking him up, and then on your like bench, you have like Gauthier and more. Like, you have a pretty deep team. Period. Like, your team's not a joke anymore. Like, they've built a solid team.
Yeah, not bad.
They have the best goalie
sitting in the rafters every game.
Leave him there. He's gone. He's gonna get. If a team is willing to take the salary, he's gonna get traded. I guarantee it.
I'm sure salary.
Or they find a way to trade him to Vegas to just save salary. Like, the Leafs retain half the salary and they take the other half. So it's like 1 million, 1.5 million on the Leafs, 1.5 million on Vegas.
$3 million a season.
Something stupid.
No way. 3 million a season. He's gotta be like around 1.5, 1.
Or whatever. They don't want the salary. So, I don't know. I don't want him anymore. I was actually a pretty big Matt Martin fan at first, but...
I mean, like, everything about him, like the hits and everything like that, but, like, the standing up for your player aspect from him wasn't there.
Nobody on the Leafs stands up for anybody. They're all a bunch of bitches.
Only Kadri does now.
Yeah, and Kadri gets knocked out every time he gets into a fight.
Whatever. At least he's throwing him. The man's about it.
I wouldn't be happy to have him fighting for me.
I would have fought for myself.
I don't know. It is what it is. But Anderson is so good. You have the best goalie in the NHL right now.
Yeah, he's playing sick.
Like, and I watched the game yesterday, the end of the Montreal Tampa Bay game, and Vasilevsky is so good too.
Mm-hmm. Like, he made that another behind the back save.
He made a crazy save in the penalty shots too, where he like stretched out completely across the whole crease and saved it.
Yep.
Like,
he played sick.
He's good, man. He's really good. And Fleury's been really good too on Vegas. I don't know.
Vegas is good all around right now.
Listen, I'm not saying he's bad, but I don't think Matt Murray is the goalie that we thought he was.
Yeah and no. I don't think Pittsburgh's defense is as good as it was.
It's still better than the Leafs.
With one person.
Overall, it's better than the Leafs.
Yeah, like, they're playing really sloppy, like, in their end.
But yeah, there's a few, like, Philadelphia's been crazy this year at scoring points, but that's like all they have. And there's not too much there. That they're good though. Washington has been really good.
I'm jonesing for the games played to be like even. Like, I can't believe we have 4 games up on the team under us.
Well, at least we only have 2 on Tampa.
Yeah, I know. But Tampa has 4 more points than us. Ooh, we can come in first.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah. If we come in first, we'll be in a better position.
A way better position.
Yeah. So you got Tampa in first with 87, Leafs second, 83, Boston third, 82, and then you got Florida, Detroit,
none of those
Montreal,
count.
Ottawa, Buffalo.
None
of them are coming back. They're down by 20. None of them are coming back.
None of them are coming. None of them are even making the playoffs.
No. And then you got the Eastern Metropolitan. You got Washington 77. Wow, even they're weak. The Metropolitan 77, 76. Washington, Philly, Pittsburgh. Then you got New Jersey 72. They can make it in. They could squeak. Or actually, they're probably both wild cards. 67.
I don't know. We'll see. The Leafs are good right now. What about Carlson? You think he's going to go to Vegas?
It'll be interesting to see. I mean, I don't know really. Like, what do you like? Vegas has a lot of picks to offer Ottawa, and that's probably what Ottawa wants.
Well, this Ottawa says the only way they're going to get rid of Carlson is if they take a Bobby Ryan, whatever team. And, like, realistically, for a team that's doing as good as Vegas, they're the only team that most, like, best chance of a team that's going to want to make the playoffs and drop that kind of money because they can afford it. Because, like, teams like Florida and stuff are not making the playoffs, so they're not going to trade for Carlson.
No, the pool is going to be slim for him.
It's right now, it's Vegas if they take Bobby Ryan. And I think if you get Bobby Ryan and Erik Karlsson right before the playoffs, you're in a really good spot.
Yeah.
But they're not going to do it.
They're going to have to give up a lot. Like their best forwards.
And it doesn't benefit them.
And you're going to have to give up
you're in a win now. You're in a win now and you don't have a future.
It's their first year. Like
you listen,
I would just take it as a goal right now.
Even in the first 5 seasons of your team, you don't want to be paying someone as much as Karlsson's going to have to get paid.
I mean, if they're gonna, they can take Karlsson right now and just Karlsson, and not give up their whole team.
Yeah, okay, but a $12 million salary hit, okay?
Mm-hmm. For 1 year.
When they sign, they're gonna have to re-sign Karlsson
if he chooses to stay.
Exactly, but let's just say you re-sign Karlsson, then you still have 1 more year at 7.5 on Bobby Ryan. Plus you have James Neal's like $5 million contract. You basically put yourself in Edmonton's spot, and look what happened to Edmonton. As soon as Edmonton paid McDavid and Draisaitl, they just dropped off. Because now they can't put anyone around now.
Contract signing time.
Those guys are too young to play the Crosby-Malkin, where you just fill up the team with young guys and hope that it does good. Those guys are not ready for that yet. They don't have enough experience. You made the playoffs 1 time.
Yeah.
Or did they make it the year before? No, Edmonton.
Oh. I don't think they made it the year before.
I don't know. When McDavid got injured.
I don't think they made it.
But New Jersey's dope.
Yeah, New Jersey's looking good.
But the other team that could take Karlsson is Tampa Bay. And if Tampa Bay gets Karlsson, they're like a guaranteed Stanley Cup team.
How can Tampa Bay take Karlsson? Explain.
Easy, because you get Ottawa to retain like $2 million of the salary for the next 2 years in the trade. You give them 2 first-round picks, and they're stacked. They have the best prospect base in all of hockey, Tampa Bay.
Right now.
They're better than the Leafs. Their farm team is literally loaded. They could make a trade right now and not give up anyone on their starting roster. And if they do, you give up the 2 biggest names that keep coming up are Point and Sergachev, but all the big critic guys all say that they don't need to they shouldn't even have to trade either one of those guys to make that deal. They could give up 3 prospects and 2 first-round picks.
If Tampa picks them up, they'll be stacked. Stacked.
And right now, Ottawa and I don't remember the other team. Ottawa and New York Rangers are loaded with picks.
Yeah, I know, and players. Ottawa has a deep team.
If Chabot turns out to be what everyone thought Chabot was going to be before he kind of fizzled out a bit.
Yeah, because
you don't need Karlsson.
They didn't even play him.
He's playing now. He's been playing full time since they traded that other defenseman.
Yeah, they should have been playing him from day one.
They still have Oduya on the market. They still have Hoffman on the market. They still have Karlsson on the market. And they have one other guy that they're trying to trade.
Someone asked me, would you trade Hoffman for JVR?
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I would. You're talking 3 years age difference.
Yeah, but you're talking
about... And a way better player.
I don't know. JVR.
Hoffman is...
You're just going to mess with the chemistry, but you're getting the same thing.
Hoffman's a guaranteed 60-point guy. Okay? Van Riemsdyk is a 30-goal guy, but a barely passing 50 points guy. 51, 52 points. With Hoffman, you have a guy that could get you 70 points. The problem is with Hoffman, he has to play a first, second line role where Van Riemsdyk can play a third line role.
I just think the chemistry there, if you trade JV.
I think you don't need Hoffman for the fact that if you keep Van Riemsdyk for now, if they find a way to sign him for a friendly deal, even if they don't, Kapanen should soon be ready to move into that spot.
Kapanen's been impressing me lately, man. The guy's playing well.
He has so much skill level.
This guy's breaking ankles.
Yeah,
playing hockey.
He's never he played so good for the Leafs last year. He played great for Finland. He played great in the World Juniors. He's been consistently doing well.
Yeah.
Same with Nylander.
Yeah.
And it's like they doubted them for so long. Like there was a point where like Marner's still good, right? But they were all like, it's Marner, it's Marner, it's Marner.
They also have that center, Jeremy Bracco.
Yeah, that guy's never going to play.
He's never going to play.
He's way too small.
They're burning him.
Yeah. On another team, he probably would have got a shot, but he's too small. And the Leafs, the way the Leafs are, you're not fitting in, especially not at center. So until some winger, but he is a center.
He'd be a winger.
But I'm saying until the wingers go down, someone goes down, they're not. He's like 2 years away from being a year away, like Caboclo was. That's the kind of player. He's like the Caboclo. Like he has potential to be good, but it's like, will he ever do it? We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that goes. They have a lot of good guys on there. That guy, Andre Johansson, is literally like 49 points in 45 games or whatever on Five for Talking. I mean, on the Marlies. Yeah, he's good though. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
So we got to do our playoff bracket with Nick, with Caps. And we got to do the award choices. Like, now's a good time because we're not there yet.
So you want to do like a pre-pre?
Not tonight, but I'm saying we'll get it done soon. But if you could pick two teams, like let's say the semifinals in the East and the West, and so you have to break it down by wild card because you know what separates into the brackets, right?
Mm-hmm.
So East and West, and then the two teams that will go to the finals, and then the team that wins. And that's a cat. So New Jersey's in the top bracket. I mean, New Jersey's in this bracket.
Yeah.
And Columbus is in the top. No, on the top.
Columbus is in this bracket?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
They're in our division?
No, that's how it works. The top.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah, my bad. Like Google face.
I don't know, because I really want to say New Jersey's going to be surprise favorite there. But I'm saying Washington comes out of the Metropolitan side.
I'm saying Pittsburgh.
And I say Tampa Bay comes out of the Atlantic.
I say Toronto comes out of the Atlantic.
All right, so let's go to the West.
So you got Smashville, Winnipeg, Minnesota, Vegas, San Jose, Anaheim.
I don't know. I want to see Dallas upsets here too.
Yeah, I want to say Calgary upsets because it's about time Calgary did something in the playoffs. But Calgary might not even make the playoffs.
I'm saying,
like you got to be looking at these teams as well.
Okay, well those teams are not in right now, so I'm not counting them.
Okay.
I'm saying Anaheim on that one side and Nashville on the other side.
I'm not saying Anaheim. I'm saying Nashville. And
you said Calgary.
Did I say Calgary? No, I said I want it. Like it'd be nice to see, but I doubt it. I'm gonna say Vegas.
Well, you're crazy.
Because San Jose is whatever. Anaheim is whatever this year, injury riddled. Dallas is not playing to their potential. Calgary is whatever.
That's it. Stop looking down. Okay, so who wins out of the West then? Out of your teams?
Who did I say?
Are you serious?
Vegas and Nashville?
Yeah.
Nashville.
Okay, so I agree with that. I say Nashville will beat Anaheim on my side. Again. And then on the other side, you said Leafs and Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
So who wins that?
Toronto.
Okay, you're just high now. You're just saying stupid things. You sound like Caps. It's... for me...
Pittsburgh will beat us, man. But.
For me, Tampa Bay goes to the finals, and Tampa Bay Nashville goes to Game 7, and Nashville wins the cup.
I can't disagree with that.
And I say it's about time.
If Tampa makes it to the final, I think Tampa will beat Nashville.
Well, you just said Leafs versus Nashville, so who wins?
Yeah, I know. Well, Leafs versus Nashville, I pick Toronto again.
See, but that's just a stupid thing to say.
It's not impossible.
But that's just like me saying the Raptors are going to win.
They can.
Yeah, they can, but their chances are very not good.
They're okay. History has improved.
I wouldn't be the team I'm going to bank on and be like, yeah, they're going to win.
No, but they have the potential to do it.
The Leafs barely have the potential to make the semifinals.
I don't think so. If you look at what they're looking at right now, if they can get out of the first round, they're probably good.
If the Leafs have to face Tampa Bay, they're probably losing. That's not a guarantee. Like, they could beat Tampa Bay, but then...
That's what I mean.
Like, you're going to have to face Washington or Pittsburgh, and they're not going to be Washington.
Like, there's times where you'll look at a team facing another team and be like, hey, this team's going to win. If you look at Toronto against every team that's making the playoffs, they have a
Toronto's a good team, but if you look at all their games, they're all won by a margin of 1 goal, and it's usually an overtime or shootout.
No.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Where
sure.
were you for the first 15 games?
I'm pretty sure the Leafs have the most. Yeah, then after they lost 15 games in a row after they won those.
They were never 15.
The Leafs literally went on a streak where they either won in overtime or lost in overtime. And
they're picking up points.
Okay, they have. I'm pretty sure they have the most overtimes in the whole league right now.
I doubt it.
I'm pretty sure they do. You can look that up if you want.
It doesn't even matter. Those are all points, though.
Yeah, it's all points.
And you're talking about a time too without.
What I'm saying, you're taking a team to barely land and winning. When you get to the playoffs, those situations are going to be harder to come by because those teams are going to pound you.
They don't have the most.
I didn't say OT losses. I said overtime appearances.
Oh,
they lost. And the shootouts are not on there too. Shootout wins are on there, right?
No.
Okay, so you don't even have shootout wins.
Oh yeah, shootout win loss.
What
6-1.
6-1, so that's 7 plus
that's
5 overtime losses plus all the wins you have in overtime.
That's gravy.
That's not the point. The point is going there doesn't make you good, especially going to the shootout. That means you just barely hung on all the way till that point.
Yeah.
And a lot of the games they're blowing 5-0 leads. That's not a playoff game.
2 points at the end of
the but the regular season doesn't matter in the playoffs.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
How does it? How does it matter?
It doesn't.
Exactly.
It actually doesn't matter, but in the same sense, you're playing 5-on-5 after, and the Leafs are pretty good 5-on-5.
Yeah, the Leafs are pretty good 5-on-5 in a situation where they're not getting physically pounded for the entire game.
Yeah, but if you look at the teams we're going to face...
I'm not saying the Leafs are not going to win the first round. I'm not even saying the Leafs are not going to win the second round, but they will not.
Their hardest challenge would be the first round.
I don't think so. I think they'll be ready for the first round. It's the second round when they're facing a team that's now really into the playoffs, and if they have a good shot at it is when it's going to get bad.
I don't know. I think it depends who they face, obviously, but let's say they face Tampa in the second round. That's going to be a series.
Well, they either face Tampa or Boston in the first and then the other team in the second.
Well, if they come in first...
Because right now in the position that they're facing... No. Oh, yeah, they will, but they're not going to come in first.
It's possible.
With being 2 games behind, I don't even think they're going to come in second. I think Boston will eventually catch them with 4 games in hand. They have a pretty good chance. Plus all the moves they've been making.
I'm hoping Boston has to deal with a whole new bringing in a new player. We got to find our grip.
They brought in 3 guys now, so
I hope they're struggling to get their shit together. And then you have the Leafs who just creep up, just keep ahead, and the team under them just comes through. No, actually, they never will. Those are the 3 teams. They have to come in first to not face
the best 3 teams. Okay, if you're gonna go the best shot at winning, it's Tampa Bay, Boston, Toronto. Pittsburgh, Washington, right now. The other 3 teams don't even have a chance. Really, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Anaheim, they'll do good in the playoffs, but that
I'm
depends on their health. Oh, okay. I'm looking at other teams as well. In the West, San Jose hasn't shown much this year.
In the West, your options for winning are Nashville, Winnipeg, Vegas, and probably Dallas. The other teams I don't think have a good shot at it.
Dallas isn't even in a good
Anaheim,
position either.
I believe Anaheim can push it all the way to the semifinals because they know they could do that. If
Dallas is, I think, facing Vegas as of right now.
No, yeah.
Or Nashville. No, Vegas. No, it's Vegas. And Nashville's facing Calgary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I honestly think Dallas would be a really hard put out, though, for Vegas.
It would.
Especially if they're playing at full... They don't have anyone, even in the caliber of Radulov, let alone to play...
I think their whole team is a bunch of younger versions of Radulov.
Their team is... Carlson is really good. He proved that he's really good. But other than that, they don't have much.
I think they're good, man. They're a B category through and through. With potential.
They're a D level team playing at an A B level.
Yeah, they're B potential. I'm saying
I'm just
B's.
saying
you got those players as a B.
The team you're looking, they don't have anyone super crazy. Yeah. Carlson has a chance at being really good though.
Yeah.
But it's and I'm pretty sure that's Carlson's brother.
Really?
Yeah, it's either him or there's another guy in Columbus that's Carlson. One of them is his brother. But I don't know. That team they're all playing their actual skill level. And I think they got to come down to earth eventually.
Yeah, that's what we said at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, but I know we did. But it's in the playoffs. We'll see if they really make a good. But the thing is,
for regular season right now, I'm going to say they're going to stay consistent with the way that they're playing. Maybe not such a crazy run, but because other teams are going to be playing harder now. Yeah. They're going to be making their push.
If they push,
right? So
if they make a push in the playoffs, I'll admit, okay, I was wrong, but I still don't think going into next year that they could relive this. Because all it takes is one losing streak. The problem is they were already so far ahead at one point that it's almost like, even though they're still doing good,
like whatever.
You can't really. It's like the Leafs when they went on those couple losing streaks. They're doing so well now that you can't really knock them out.
And that their division as well. Like
That's
they're basically in the playoffs already.
That's what adds to
the
it.
Playoffs.
And it's the same on Vegas' side. Like San Jose and Anaheim both aren't even having that good of years and are the second and third place teams. So it's like you're not really putting much.
Anaheim has had a brutal
LA
year.
has been stanking it up even after making all the trades. Who else is there? Edmonton sucks. I don't know if Edmonton's even in their division, so let's not count that. Vancouver sucks. Okay.
Yeah.
Colorado was doing good.
They have a chance.
Yes, but they're still not going to win a cup.
No,
they're like, we barely made the playoff team.
Yeah,
and it's all McKinnon.
Like they might hit a wild card.
It's all McKinnon.
They're like 3 points out of a wild card, depending on their division.
That team has like 5 pieces to hold on to, and that's Kerfoot, Barry, McKinnon, Landeskog, and that other rookie forward that they have. Other than that, that whole team could go and they could rebuild. But they have a lot of draft picks too. They made good trades. That Duchesne trade is like maybe the best trade in the last couple of years. Like they loaded up on that. And they still have pieces to move right now. It depends. Do you sell tomorrow? To tomorrow's trade deadline. Do they sell? Or do they buy?
Who?
Colorado.
I would stay stagnant and draft.
I think if you can move a couple lower end pieces that doesn't affect you and pick up any kind of draft picks, it's worth it.
Yeah, I guess.
If you could drop a couple guys that are on your farm team that you're not have no room for, or a guy on your third or fourth line that's just contract money that you don't need, like that'll help you out. Because like I heard Iginla's trying to make a comeback. I heard he's back working out and he's gonna play AHL because he's on no contract, so he could just come back in. And I don't remember what team it was, Boston or Pittsburgh or LA or something. One of the teams he recently played for is the team that he's trying to go for.
I'm not gonna hear it. I'm not that excited about it.
No, but I'm just saying to throw a guy with that much experience on your third or fourth line going into the playoffs.
He would be like my ninth forward.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
You're telling me you wouldn't scrap like shit, I wouldn't scrap anyone on the Leafs for him, but
I wouldn't. No way.
I would
scrap Matt Martin for him.
Yeah, but Matt Martin's now Leo Komarov has Matt Martin's spot.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So I don't know.
That's good for him. Kovalchuk, the Russians, they look good. Datsuk, the Olympics. Kovalchuk looked pretty nice out there. Be nice to see him make a little appearance.
They're not coming back. Maybe next year. Next year's when the contract expires. The New Jersey contract. So he can just come back and sign with whoever he wants. And I believe that was the whole point of it. Like, Datsuk was only playing because he wanted to play one more year for that team before he retired.
He's like, what, 33, Kovalchuk?
Kovalchuk is a better Rick Nash. He can come back and still have speed, still have skill, still have strength, and still put up goal numbers. Where Rick Nash seems to be, unless you put somebody with him that's going to put it on his stick, he's not scoring anymore. Because he doesn't have any speed at all. He's so slow, it's like crazy. Kovalchuk is dominating over there.
He is. In the Olympics, he looked great.
There was no chance anyone was beating them.
They were the best team.
This is the argument I was having the other day. That, Canada should have won. Canada's team was not good. Like, you lost to Germany, and if you were, I'm not saying they're that bad, but if you were playing NHL players in the thing, Germany probably wouldn't even have made it out of round robin.
No.
You know what I mean? You would have had the big teams, Finland, Sweden, you know what I mean? Like, the chance may be Germany, right? But Germany wouldn't have made it to the next round, and then wouldn't have beat Canada. Like, Canada lost to Germany. In hockey.
Like soccer, I get it.
Yeah, like, I don't know. And that's really messed up. But then Canada did win the bronze medal game against Czech. They did really
Czech's
good.
another team that would have been sick.
Yeah, and like
NHLers were in.
You're really like, Russia was going to win no matter what, even if they faced Canada. They would have destroyed us.
If you just look at the KHL alone, you could take just one team and put it in that tournament and win.
Well, it would have been better than anyone.
Yeah.
Like, our best players were Mason Raymond and Derek Roy, and I don't remember the name of the other guy.
That other guy got drafted. One of the guys got signed.
Yeah.
Cal No.
I don't know what you're saying.
I don't know his name.
They should have been. If I was them, I would have took more young guys that were in like the Canada juniors.
If you could.
I would have took like maybe the top.
Like, does it have to be like 25 over, maybe?
I don't think so.
Because then you have your 20.
I think it's just 18 and over. I would have took like the best 2 players from the World Junior team. You know what I mean? Like, what do you lose? You still get a chance.
Provided they weren't signed.
Yeah, that's true.
If they have a contract.
I'm not sure if you could use people in the AHL. I don't think so.
No, you can't, because they're under NHL contract.
Well, all of them said Wojtek Wolski was the best player on their team, on the Canadian players. Like, they're like, he's still like when they were watching him like at practice, like he's the best guy. So I don't know. He played pretty good too. He made a nice play the other night. I don't know. Anyways, want to wrap this up and get some pizza?
Yeah. All right, guys. This concludes this episode of 5 for Talking. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Subscribe!